back to the Ascendant Lands. Last time we left off, you had managed to meet Bahamut, and for now Deszeldmiir and Krusk, you both received some gifts from Bahamut, as well as agreeing to be Bahamut's champions of justice, along with helping to clean and generally be a part of Bahamut's temple. You've managed to make some kind acquaintances of the other priesthoods there, and as well as exchanging some kind gifts and kind words and some potential plannings for you all. You've managed to get back to Helm City right at the end of last session, where the city is yours. You were greeted by a dwarf woman who asked if it was your first time, and you said no, and the city is yours to do as you see fit. What would you like to do?
What was the plan again? Are we gathering information here?
So plan is Thoradin finds his contact. Contact finds High Priest of Bane City. Gets some information about goings on and possible, big sheet of Bane orders. If plan A fails, we move on to plan B, which is
Kick them in the door.
get first priest to either be alone somewhere or in a place where we could perhaps capture and
Kicking in the door.
interview is the nice word rather than straight up.
Beating him senseless.
Yeah, that one.
It'll be
And then-
satisfying, but it don't probably not get us what we want.
Yeah, no, for information purposes, I think maybe we're aiming for plan A. Plan C is yet to be determined, I believe. I think we're,
So mostly
worrying about that.
Thoradin's got to go and do his thing, and the rest of us can do whatever, I guess.
Well, maybe I should go with Thoradin. You like Thoradin?
I don't need backup, Krusk.
I
That's
didn't
what you're
say-
asking.
No, I just think I should go along with you.
Okay. I'm not trying to say anything here, Krusk, but don't you think it's going to be a little bit inconspicuous, champion of Bahamut's breath sword, massive plate armor. You're a little,
You
You
stick
stand
out like a
out.
sore thumb, mate.
Yeah.
He'll look up and down himself, and he'll be like, I don't really see it, but if you guys really think it's the best thing, I guess.
You
I
can
mean-
come shopping with me, Krusk.
The billowing cape alone is just a little much, so.
Which
I-
billows dramatically.
Yes. And he'll kind of perk up, I guess, at what Nadia says, and he'll be like, okay, yeah, I'll go shopping.
What are you?
Well,
What are you,
great.
what are you planning on getting? Like a suit or no? just
A suit?
normal clothing? Yeah, fancy clothing.
Why would I need fancy clothing?
No, for Krusk.
Why would Krusk need fancy
I
clothing?
thought we were discussing getting Krusk out of his plate and normal clothing to look a bit more blended in.
Well,
Krusk is far more useful
no.
in the plate armor.
But to be entirely honest, actually, Krusk, that's a good point. It may be helpful for you to have some less obvious wear, especially if we're going to a place like Bane City. We should probably all not look like ourselves.
You clank around pretty loudly, like.
I mean, if I'm going to Brain City, I would want to go in plate armor as well if I was Krusk.
Yeah, I don't know. It takes me a long time to put this armor on, guys. It's the only thing.
You
What?
need something. There's got to be something that allows
When
you
you get a
to just
magic suit
really
of armor, that you snap
quickly
your fingers and it goes.
put it
"Vroom."
on, quickly take it off. Like, I feel like that's a thing.
That would be good, but I'm a little like look at Thoradin, like side eye him and be like, I'm a little not doing so well for money at the moment.
I have to say, I wouldn't want a suit of armor that did that because I would be worried it would get it wrong and like squash me flat.
Magic's pretty
So I have to be
reliable.
your sugar daddy again,
I mean, magic,
Krusk.
magic's pretty reliable. Like that doesn't, you don't really get. I mean, apart from teleporting, I suppose, but
Fine,
you don't really get
But
mishaps like that.
what if it goes? But what if it goes wrong?
I mean,
What if it goes wrong?
I
Also,
feel like if it went wrong, it would kind of just like miss your body entirely, less than crush
Yeah,
you
because,
within
like-
an inch of your life.
because like the front piece would have to hit the back piece, right? Like it's not going to.
right, but if the front piece and the back piece go like this,
Yeah, like they have
you've
to
got
like
a
that.
problem.
Yeah, but it has to
Yeah,
go.
but they're supposed to go like that. But if they miss and go like this, then you're gonna get
We just don't
I'm
move.
not sure about this anymore. I think maybe I should just stick with the regular armor. But I mean, I could get like a big priest robe type thing on top, but then the problem is the clanking. I'll still clank. when I
You
move.
would still look. You would look inconspicuous. Either way, it's like covering a rhino with a sheet. You still know there's a rhino under there, even if you can't see it.
Yes, there is certainly that element. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose we should just get our supplies and make moves. There's no point
Yeah,
sticking
well,
around here.
If Nadia and Krusk want to do a little duo shopping trip, Talari, you and I can go get supplies that we need, some of your medicines kits and whatever else.
Yes. That makes sense.
Go ahead, Thoradin, you go find a way to contact your contact. I don't know if you can do it from Helm or if you have to do it in City. I don't know what the situation is.
Good question. For DM, I don't know. Is it easy enough to get a letter out, raven out, or is it someone I can contact? I may already know someone in the city. To be fair,
You know a guy.
yeah. I know where to look, which alley to go
Exactly.
down, who to speak to. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright.
You know where to go.
Well, the thieves' cult's in every place, isn't it? Like so. So you just
More
Yeah.
reliable than the Thieves' Cult.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like a mercenary group of people, and
Yeah.
get contacts.
Just to put this forward to everybody,
Mhm.
you kind of saw what I did at the temple. I don't really need the boots anymore. And you probably would have noticed that since the temple, Turi's basically gone barefoot the entire time.
Oh.
Like she's kind of just adjusted to it since the walk up the mountain.
Bit extreme. You could just wear normal shoes.
I mean, I could, but I don't know, it kind of feels like I can feel more.
What if the floor is like, sharp or hot or cold?
She just looks for a sharp rock, steps on it, and you see no, no, no reaction.
Crusk will like gasp, like.
It's not a problem.
I'll explain.
You have
My fist, if my fists are magical, that also means my
feet are-
feet
Yeah,
must
but
also
that's-
have
but-
some magic to them.
but that's like offensive, not defensive. Right?
Yeah, that's not how it
Like
works.
Apparently, it's
though.
like
both.
if somebody if somebody
Dude,
hits
you have scales on the bottom of your feet now.
if someone hits your hands with a weapon, it's going to hurt. You're not suddenly immune to somebody smacking you with a hammer.
Can I
She
approach
just-
Turi? Do I feel like a tingle or anything like static?
Sorry, if you touch Turi,
Can I just like poke her? Just...
Turi, you trying to look at the bottom of her foot. Krusk pokes her. She falls over.
just we just I guess
Does she?
there's
She
kind
really
of is. There kind of are like very small scales, not
Scales on the
specific.
bottom of your foot. That's
Not
so cool.
on like the main part of her on the bottom of her foot, just like around the toes and around the like the padded parts, I'd say.
Specifically like the parts that touch the
Yeah,
floor
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
thing,
yeah, exactly. The main
Yeah,
parts
yeah.
that touch the floor, rather than the arch of the
Yeah,
foot. But yeah, you can see there are some of her skin color, like scales, on there, and she looks at them and she's like,
Are
"Oh,
you
that's
turning into a dragonborn?
I don't know. I don't think
I
so."
mean, I should probably add this to like the list, where your
Oh,
current
yeah, yeah.
state is. Like,
Yeah, no, maybe note that down. That's
yeah, well, I'll
probably a
note this
good
down
idea.
with your knuckles are now scaled up.
Yeah, yeah,
We've
I
got
think
knuckles and
probably best.
all the
And feet.
main parts of the feet, bottom of the feet.
Yeah.
Try. We should.
Should we talk to Bahamut about this? Is this okay? Are you
I
turning
feel
into
like-
something?
I don't think it's not
Turn
like
into a dragon
it seems
soon.
like it all happened that day and now nothing's changed.
Deszeldmiir.
I mean, at the moment, the one.
You've only had it for 2 days. How do you
Yeah.
know?
I mean,
I
one
don't know.
one
I'm
handy.
just saying so far.
Yeah. One handy thing is that these scales are her skin color. If they were,
Right.
if they were changing into a different scale, then there'd be more to suggest that she was turning into a dragonborn. Unless, of course, she's turning into a black dragonborn.
Black dragonborn,
That
grey
is always-
dragonborn, whatever colour to actually is dragonborn.
I'm like a grey purple.
Oh yeah,
kind
Get
of
I
purple
thought,
thing.
okay.
dragonborn.
Wow.
No.
I'm a very
You
dark
got the
grey,
amethyst ones,
like
haven't you?
tinge of purple.
Is amethyst one of the gem ones? I think.
Yeah.
Then yeah,
Yeah.
it's sort
Yeah.
of.
I think so.
But then it
Yeah.
wouldn't make sense because obviously you got the power from metallic, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see.
Okay,
We'll progress. We'll see how this
Yeah,
progresses.
blue dragonborn.
They don't feel uncomfortable. That's all I'm going to say. Like everything feels normal. It's just, I guess,
And
a
now you
little
don't want to
rougher
wear
now.
those flying boots, which was the original point.
Well, yeah, no, okay, yeah. Back to my original point. Thank you, Nadia. I don't really need them. If I need to get to the sky, I can.
You can sprout a pair of glowing wings and bugger off.
Yeah, those are pretty fucking cool. Yeah, but I can do that now, and it feels like perhaps someone else could take advantage of them.
I
You
have,
need to
can-
like attune to them, don't you?
I can already fly. So
Duh, you do.
I have broom. I don't boots.
I've already got boots out.
Yep, you've got boots.
I don't have room.
What about City? They found City.
City could fit like
Or
what,
like
2
the-
feet in the
or-
front one and 2 feet in the back
What
one.
if we bought 2 pairs and got them tailored to like Sooty and the Wolf,
Could I-
and then we'd have like everyone in the group flying.
I mean,
That'd
could
be
I
nice.
I mean,
use the material for
if-
the city?
if Ulva could fly, that could prove
Ma.
quite useful.
Matt, could we make Olva fly?
In theory, yes, but not with those boots.
She
Yeah.
can't
yeah.
attune to things because she's not a person.
Hmm.
But she's a creature though, and a creature can attune,
We've-
right?
We've got
And
to
an
awaken her.
awakened creature
Anyway,
could.
can.
Right.
It's
It's so-
attunement is like a form of consent.
So it's like an
So
intelligence. You need like a certain
You need a
intelligence
certain
score
level
to.
of intelligence, and Oliver is not quite smart enough.
City's pretty smart. Could he do it?
Well, the question is if their intelligence is like at that.
Is City, regardless of cross cat parent partiality, is City an actual person? I don't think they are.
What's the intelligence of like a cat like that Sooty is? Like I'm assuming it's still -4. Like I don't.
It's got to be above.
Could be like
Yeah, what is it? It's got to be
10,
above 4 or
11.
above 6.
Because yeah, like Ulva's is.
Olivers is only 3.
Yeah, it's 3, which is a -4.
She's got a
Yeah.
-4 to int. She's not like human
Yeah,
intelligence.
I mean like the warhorse is 2,
intelligent.
which is also -4. It's like there's not
The
very
horse is
very
also
few
not.
animals like generally like have naturally a high intelligence.
Anywho, the point is, these are available if
If
someone
somebody
else
wants them.
needs them. And I think I'm going to look at Nadia. Fair enough if you don't have any room at the moment, but seriously consider how helpful it will be if we can all get to the skies.
Yeah, true.
I can take him for now. You know, I need to have
No,
space. Guess I
No,
break them.
no, Thoradin, you don't need spares. You've got the pair. You're good.
What are you gonna do with a spare pair? Thoradin, you couldn't wear Turi's boots. Turi, I
boots.
don't think I can wear. Wait, do the boots are magical? Do they resize to fit you?
I-
Because if so, you can't give me your shoes, Turi. Your feet are like this big.
In my head, and Matt, you can 100% correct me on this, but in my head, the minute I unattune to them, they become like these massive boots that anyone could slip their foot into, and then as you attune, they just shrink to size.
Would
effectively,
yeah, it would
is how
certainly
I
make
understand it
sense.
as
Yeah,
well.
with the tuning
Yeah.
stuff, that it's like
Yeah, they fit the user.
the one ring they just like
So
you know
when I'm holding up these boots, they're massive. They never should have fit
Yeah.
Turi's
like
feet.
full on like army
What-
like
what
yeah,
clown shoes.
yeah.
Timberland like massive, but yeah.
Mm.
Straight up, it shouldn't have worked, but it did. But it
Mm.
shouldn't have worked.
You never know. Maybe we'll recruit another member, and then we
Oh
can
my
get them
God.
boots.
You'll know if it happens. I
yeah,
guess.
I'll
I guess stick them in.
The
I'm
house.
gonna look
Might
at
as well
Thoradin.
hang on to them.
Yeah.
He's
What if
trusting
Garl
me.
ever comes back? I'll give.
I'm gonna distrustingly look at Thoradin and go to Talari and say, "Can we put them in your
have
bag of
a bag?
holding?"
Sure.
Leave them in
Great.
the house.
I'll say, why not put them in the house?
Well,
Oh
when,
yeah, I forgot the
for
house.
when we next go into the
Put them
house,
in the
yes.
When we
vault.
next go in there,
I'll
Yeah.
put them in the vault.
you
Yeah,
can
but
put them
then
in our hoard of
everyone's
magical
gonna forget
items.
about them. You just put them in
Yes,
the vault.
yes,
It's
we
like
will.
put them in the shed. Like you forget about it.
Yes, you
Well,
will.
actually, that's the only
Right.
thing. If I put them in Talari's bag of holding, if someone decides they need them,
Mm.
they're a lot more accessible.
That's true.
True.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll
I'll
put
pop to the house mid combat.
it. No, I'll put.
Yeah,
Okay,
go
that's
change
fine.
your shoes.
I'll put them in my bag for now.
Okay, and I will remove them from my equipment.
Winged boots, right?
Winged boots. And Turi is gonna be like, also, I don't know about you, Krusk, but Bahamut gave me a gift. This is pretty fucking cool. And she just
Before Turi does anything, Nadia's going to reach out and say, maybe not in the middle of the city.
Depends how cool
yeah,
it
good
is.
point, good point, good point. I'll show you guys later, maybe in the house.
Oh wait, what? I want to know.
Discussing our affairs in the middle of the street is probably a dumb idea.
No, you're
Very
right, you're right. I'm a little
What?
excited, but
I
you're
want
right.
to know.
We'll do. I'll show you at the house, Krusk.
Wait,
Okay.
Krusk.
Well, didn't? Yeah.
Wait. Actually, Matt, that reminds me. Nadia has been reminded we're being spied on. Divine sense. She wants to know if we're being listened to by something unnatural.
You wish to divine sense in the middle of a city with a smorgasbord of fiends,
Yes,
blades,
I
and all
know. It's a
sorts.
dumb idea.
Just to confirm it. Okay, so
I'm gonna get
you-
sun flared again. I know.
it's
Be a dark flare this time. Kind
well, it's
It's gonna be like a siren going off in my ear. Like, sorry, Matt.
it is it's a smorgasbord of smells and colours, from what you can tell. From just standing in one place with people going past you, there's this nice smells, almost of like cut clean grass, freshly cut grass, or like horrid smells like rotten eggs and also that aspect of the evilness that you could sense. There is it's not as overwhelming as having a literal god in your presence. It's that was literally
Right,
like, almost by your shoulder, but it's overwhelming of another sort because of the variety of flavors. To try and pick out any individual like scent or flavor is pretty much impossible. It's all mingles and commingles together. It's like
There's
you
definitely
paint.
stuff.
It's like when you paint a bunch when you're painting, you put a whole bunch of paints together, they all make brown no matter what. It's
Yeah,
they all commingles together to make one
too much
quite
stuff.
unnerving scent and sight for you as a divine sense.
Brown, the eternal color.
Yeah.
At which point she goes, "Oh bloody hell!"
Now what
Oh,
happened?
At
really
this
gives
at
me a
this point
headache.
as well, Krusk after Krusk's question, Turi would have been like throwing up her ring to kind of like show it to Krusk and be
That
like,
probably
this
pings
is
as
this is the
well. Yeah.
gift I've got. So the minute you do that, she's like, oh sorry. Is that offensive? I don't know. Did it reflect in your eyes? Are you okay, Nadia?
Yes. She doesn't look like she doesn't look like injured or ill or anything. She just looks incredibly unimpressed. She's there like, for fuck's sake, kind of attitude to her.
Something
Okay,
happened.
sorry. I'll just put it away. Jesus Christ. That's-
Just not in the middle of the street. Certainly not in the middle of this street. Right. Thoradin has a job to do. The rest of us are gonna go and do something else, and we can meet back somewhere. Where are we gonna meet?
we need a place for a door. I don't know what time it is. Hey DM, what time is it?
It's fairly what 12? We would say 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
I tell
Oh,
you
great.
what, we can
Should
meet
get
by
dinner.
the stables where we left the horse.
Smart.
The north stables is where you left the horse.
All right, sounds good.
So
Good.
Talari, I got this ring.
Nice.
Okay, so we have Thoradin going off to the broken mangonel is the north-based inn, because he knows a guy to try and get information off. So Thoradin is going to the North Inn. Where else would other people like to go? So we've got Nadia said you want to do some shopping with Krusk.
Nadia wants to do some shopping. Like OC, she was totally just trying to get Krusk out from under Thoradin's feet. Everybody but Krusk has probably realised. She wants to go looking for, the little thingy of demons that Talari's got.
Oh yeah.
She wants a copy of that, and if they've
But-
got one on other weird shit, like undead or like I don't know what other.
Yeah.
Nadia doesn't know what she's looking for, but
Yeah.
undead, aberrations, other unnatural shit.
That is a fascinating.
A book
Nice.
of
That's
undead to go with the book of demons would probably be really.
Go with the Book of Demons
really
and Book
good.
of Aberrations or whatever to go with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
pair of them. Maybe you can get a whole little box set or something. I don't know. But given that the Helm Mercenaries are the ones who gave us the Amendum, this seems like
Yeah.
a good place to look for it.
No, it's
That
good.
is.
And you've got them living
Wow.
here as well, so it's like even easier. Like they,
Well, exactly.
I imagine Desi and Talari are going to the other market just for straight up supplies runs.
Oh, random.
the
shit.
usual-
Health potions.
Yeah, the usual kind of like what we do everywhere, like before we go anywhere. Topping up on the rations and what have you. I suppose we don't need to do that anymore actually because we've got a house doing it, but
We need to do it less, yeah.
but
because
probably
we don't
like
have-
it's always good to have like backup, like when we're on the road.
Have snacks.
Yeah, yeah.
Punchy spices.
Yeah, like little bits here and there. I think Talari is definitely after like getting the bombshell that her food doesn't taste very nice, like the magic food. She has started kind of getting some sort of like herbs and spices to like, bring some more
Improve
oomph
it.
to it.
I like it.
So, yeah, because she was, shocked.
We told you it tastes shit loads of times.
I don't think, but I think it was like the last time it happened. It was like more of like an intervention about it being so bad. So it was like, because literally everybody said it like to her, and she was like, oh, like nobody likes this.
Yeah, true.
No, Krusk said he liked it.
Yeah, but
He's the only
Krusk-
one.
Jerry said she didn't mind.
Yeah, well, she was hoping, she
very
thought she
true.
was like giving people like nice food.
The feast. The feast.
Yeah, exactly. It's like literally, it's like, well, it's not hero's feast, but it's like, it's like you are conjuring
Yeah,
up like
yeah.
a whole buttload of food. Like you assume like everyone's getting their fill and satisfaction out of it.
Yeah, just a bit of seasoning, it'll be fine.
Yeah, definitely.
So we have Krusk. So we have Thoradin going to the Broken Mangonel. Nadia going shopping. Is Krusk happy to go with Nadia? Or do you want to go your own place?
I don't have any shopping to do, so yeah, I'll just go with Nadia.
Okay, go together.
Yeah,
So-
and after she's done her shopping, she's going to drag him out of the city so she can talk to him.
Cool. So we'll start off with Nadia and Krusk shopping. So you're looking for a book similar to the Book of Holg, and similar to the one, but more specified to certain creatures, like the section of book that the Helm Mercenaries shared with you.
Yeah, the little Rolodex of demons thing,
Yep.
like basically.
The Rolodex,
Yeah.
Rolodex of enemies, effectively.
Yeah.
You are spot on. This is certainly a city that should have this kind of thing, and you go through about 3 or 4 bookshops trying to narrow down where there would be at least one piece of collection, maybe an early manuscript, or maybe a piece of greater intelligence somewhere. Mainly because what you're looking for is mainly kept for the mercenaries. So one of the biggest benefits you get of becoming a mercenary is that you get this Rolodex of information of creatures. And
Is it not
if
available
put-
to the public?
If put in the wrong hands, it can certainly be used for evil if evil hands had it. And even you could argue that if a good hand got hold of it, they could do ill will against creatures, especially of this city. And so it's certainly possible. But you do narrow it down to one bookseller who has perhaps the second copy of a book. They do have a version that contains undead. They do also contains beasts as well. It's the only two complete parts of their manuscript is beasts and undead. And they are willing to sell such a thing to you for the grand price of 5,000 gold.
That is a lot of money for a book.
Man, the fact that we got that Rolodex of demons, man, that thing's worth a lot.
Yeah.
Blimey.
A book that claims to hold as much knowledge of the undead and beasts as any other master book could hold. The Book of Holg, you did find for, say, it was what, 10 gold, I think it was at the time, maybe 100 gold at the time, when Guile bought it. That was very limited and fairly watered down in comparison to just a very specific subset of creatures across a broad spectrum, but the content was very much watered down. This claims to contain
This is detailed.
all
Wow.
all knowledge on undead and all knowledge on beasts, similar to the Rolodex you have for fiends.
Demons. Can she check how much detail it's got and so forth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Is it
carefully-
does it have exactly what it claims to have, basically?
they let you look at a creature that you likely already know, a zombie. The description of a zombie, as most people know what a zombie is. And they let you read the description of a zombie, and it is exactly what the description.
It's got the amount of detail that's actually like
yeah,
yeah.
including like who they sometimes are found most by, and the other general details of aspects of zombies.
If it actually is that detailed, then yes, she will pay that.
You willing to pay the full 5,000, no haggling or anything of the such?
You might have noticed she doesn't tend to bother haggling.
That's
Got
fine.
the money. Yeah, she'll buy
Off-
it.
Just offering
Because-
if you wished.
No. Because it's probably useful.
Definitely a good
Really useful.
spend. Beast as well. Beast is a massive, like, pretty large thing spans for Beast. But obviously, even undead in itself is obviously very handy.
There you go.
Yeah.
I shall add a thing to my. Aha! Figured it.
So this is a manuscript of all known beasts and undead. So that's what you get from your
Oh,
shopping
yeah,
around.
That's what I get.
Is there anything else you two wish to shop for before you decide to head out of the city?
No, nothing for me.
That's all I.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted.
That's fine. We'll say you head out the south gate, as that's the closest compared to.
Whichever one is. Nadia's just going to be. Krusk, I need to talk to you. In private.
Okay. Sure.
Cool. So you two head out the south gate
Gosh, I need to know.
and find some privacy.
Yes.
Cool.
And once
So
I was going to say, once we've found somewhere that we think we're not going to be overheard, I'm going to use Divine Sense again, because I don't want to be overheard by any weird, shape-changed whatevers.
that's
He
fine.
will probably be with Krusk, just so you know.
Yeah, we've probably got
Okay,
Oliver
yeah.
as well.
That's fine. We'll let you divine sense when we come back to you.
Okay, remind me. I figured you were going to say we stop, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we'll come back to you with your as your divine sensing. Cool. So we'll head to Turigatha and Talari. Sorry, not Turigatha, Deszeldmiir and Talari. So you guys have gone shopping as well for a little bit, so looking for spices, flavors of hitherto unknown. This is also another good place for new things that you haven't seen or experienced before. Spicier spices, more flavorful
Yeah.
things potentially, weirder and wonderful
Yeah.
flavors and textures you probably haven't or wanted to experience before potentially.
So she's sort of at she's sort of where the spice market is, and just kind of like, what would you recommend for sort of a fish, like a white fish? Like, which of these do you think would kind of go well with that? And that's the kind of conversation she's having with this merchant.
Sure. Let's
Does it just
roll.
paprika?
Um,
Sorry.
roll a words aren't coming to me. A survival. Yeah, give me a survival check.
Okay.
For me, please.
That is an 18.
Okay.
Nice.
So
Good old +8.
yeah, for the person you're talking to, you first have to very first narrow down for whom you're serving the food for, because at first they go, right, yeah, you could have this. We lop this flour off a potato, and then you shave it down, and then it works, right? And then you're like, wait, that sounds like nightshade. That can't be good for us. And so from wheedling and narrowing down the talk conversation, you finally get down to the fact that you're serving humanoids, and you want add flavor, not necessarily blow their heads off with.
Yeah.
And so so it does.
But it's
it
like
does
something
whittle
that's
down.
already made, so you can't like put it into something while it's cooking. That's kind of the big restriction, you know.
Yeah, so it's like a
It's-
a condiment.
Yeah, like sort of something you just sprinkle over something after it's served.
There's a
Desi is
handful.
furiously taking notes.
There's a handful of condiments that you can offer. So if you blend a tomato, add a little bit of sour wine, and leave it for a few days, and it'll should thicken a little bit, and you can spread that over some things to make it tasty. Not on fish. Tomato on fish doesn't necessarily go very well.
Yeah. She's like furiously
careful.
writing as well, like in her little book.
If you take a chicken's egg, and you could do a few other eggs if you were careful, and you know where to get them from, then you can mix a chicken egg with some oil, and then it makes quite a mild or quite a free sauce that you can spread on things quite nicely. Goes well in sandwiches, if you didn't know. Add a little bit of spice, a bit of kick, or a bit of that tomato sour sauce thing that I was talking to you about. That goes well together. Makes a nice pink sauce. From 1,000 lands, you know.
Yeah.
But if you could take if you roast something, you could take the sauce off something you roast, and that generally makes a nice sauce on its own, as well as like the typical like parsley, paprika, minor bits and pieces that are just there to add pops, not to detract from the major flavor that you're trying to serve, but all just pops, or the add the lubrications to dry things, or some powders to make the too wet things a little bit drier, so it balances out, and all valid consistencies.
Nice. Wasn't expecting to go through all of that, but that's fine.
Why not?
But that's fine. Yeah, I mean, I would never be able to answer that question. Nice.
So yeah, so you get a plethora of answers.
Nice. Yeah, she'll be like I said, frantically making notes for the next time, and obviously buying whatever she needs.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want. Do you want me to take some money off? I guess.
The
I don't know how much
for
spices.
plethora of spices that you're going to be using about for how long you want to buy them for. So like, do you want to buy it for the next month's worth of?
I mean, because it's obviously it's obviously like the stuff like spice and herbs don't generally like perish. I mean, I suppose like fruit, like veg would, but let's do a week or no 2 weeks, and then she has to like just because like she has to like try them out with the group, see what
Sure.
they go with, what they don't go with, and then with the idea of that she'll next time she then goes to another market, she hones in. You know, like don't use that, use more of this. You know, all
Yeah.
these are the flavors that they like,
Yeah.
and so on and so
So
forth.
for about 2 weeks worth of variety of stuff, you're probably spreading yourself a bit too wide on options just for the opportunity for
Mhm.
options.
Yeah.
That'll cost you around 7 gold.
Yeah, that's fine.
2 weeks worth.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's no problem.
But you expect probably you could get it down to maybe about 3 or 4 gold if you're precise with knowing exactly what you want to get and the quantities.
Yeah, I don't think she would for now. Like again, it's gonna be scattershot
yeah.
for now until she knows.
Yeah, trial and error.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fine. So yeah. So is there anything else you guys wish to do for now from your spice expedition?
No. I mean,
How
from
much?
Talari's point of view, it's again just their standard like stuff for the road that she always does.
Mm-hmm.
How much is a supreme healing potion?
A supreme.
Yeah, it's very
a
rare.
Supreme.
That's in
If it's
the thing.
Loads of money.
Yeah, I think it's like
loads of money.
like 1500.
Very rare.
Very rare.
Very rare. Start at 40k.
Superior?
Superior definitely starts at around 4,000.
Okay, I'd like to go find a superior healing potion. Just the one.
You just want the one, yeah. For
Just the one. Break in case of emergencies, that kind of thing.
just the one. Superior healing potion is yeah, it's for 4,500 gold, please.
Great.
Just the one.
Okie dokie. Take my money, sir.
Burning a hole in your pocket, that's what it is. Cool. Was that everything you wish to do for now?
And yeah, I'll probably like after that display with all the herbs and everything, I'll start. We don't have to up here, but generally just Desi will be discussing with Talari, just like Nadia was showing me. Nadia was showing me all these things you could do with this herbs and spices and all this kind of thing. And
comparing notes,
chicken.
like she's probably like
yeah, like literally just comparing notes and being like, okay, so if we get paprika, we could really use it for like all these types of meats with really, really good.
we should make like a compendium, like a combination.
Yeah, like a recipe book. Yeah, we should do like a recipe book. That sounds
Yeah.
great.
Like an adventurous recipe book.
That sounds so smart. Like something people would really need.
Yeah, like stuff when you're on the go, because you don't exactly have like a massive kitchen when you're on the go.
Oh, I mean, we're very lucky to have the house.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know, when we're on the road, like we don't necessarily going to have the luxury of whatever we have in there.
You've got to be able to do stuff that can be fireplace or campsite, that kind of shit.
If you two wished, you could go to the Luscious Maid from the east-based inn, and perhaps order a tapas selection of food esque, where you can try and detect different flavors of stuff going on. And think, oh, this tastes nice. Or what could be in this? And if you wanted, it's probably a tapas-esque flavor menus. Probably be about 2 gold each.
The only problem with that is the time restriction. Like can't remember what time we said we needed to be like back together again. Because obviously getting a tapas and eating
We just said where. We didn't say when.
That's true.
Laura and just say, nobody said the time, and I think we've been through a lot. We should 100% treat ourselves. This is a brand new experience for us.
Would be good to have the practical version of what we've got in theory.
Yeah. Exactly. Right?
Yes, I agree.
I'm burning that 2 gold now.
Yeah, so am I.
Yeah. You get some drinks as well if you wish to partake, or you can just have
not drinking
like
ever
straight up
again.
water.
Just something to like, what you want something like to cleanse the palate, like a drink that will,
I will take a coffee, but just one coffee. I've been told not to drink too much coffee, just one coffee.
Yeah, that's fine for 2 gold. That's
This whole party's a fucking disaster. I love it.
Amazing. Cool. So while you two get to have a little fun with your tastings, we head to Thoradin. So you have headed to the Broken Mangonel because that's that's where most stuff goes on for what you need. And you go to the bar, you ask the barwoman, "Hey, where's the business going down?" They point you over to the corner where you see a fairy doing their business. They have a table on a table set up, so then they're able to sit eye level to most people. And then the barwoman tells you their name is Anthurium Purplewind.
Okay.
And
An actual fairy.
actual fairy. Anthurium Purplewind points you to their direction. They, do you want business? You need to go over there.
Thank you. I mean, from my experience, has this ever happened, like fairy giving information?
It's rare, but I mean, it's
Yeah.
Helm City. I mean, how better a person to know than someone from a different realm?
Thoradin's gonna go over, introduce himself. I'm not too prepared. I'm not entirely sure what information we need from this. But I presume I would have kind of asked the guys for questions to pose to this insider. So
High priest, where their office's exact location, and if they happen to have any random hidden vault box in their house or in their office or anything along those lines.
Yeah, where something like top secret and valuable might
yeah,
be, because we totally
we
don't
want
want
that.
to steal it, honest gov.
Yeah. I won't give that intention off. Yeah, so I'll
I
pose
think
that.
you're a bit shafted with that one. You being like, oh, so where do they keep their valuables? Is absolutely going to give them the intention to steal them.
I mean, if they're given the information, they don't care what's done, but it's fine.
Wow.
It's part of the business.
If
Well, if they're paid well enough, they'll tell whoever else you were asking about what you think.
True.
Well, I guess one thing I think Thoradin might do, because it is quite sensitive information. I think just wondering if he's got an alias. I think he might like use an alias instead of saying, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'm Thoradin." I don't have one off the top of my head.
Italian.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Just go Italian.
Italian always works.
Yeah. Yeah, go Italian.
Cool. Italian short spit. I Italian short spear. I ain't heard of this name before. How can I know I can trust you?
Well, how do I know I can trust you with the gold and the information? But maybe new to the city, but I've been part of a fair few jobs around this continent, even with the Thieves Guild. So
Oh yeah.
I'm a man of culture. I'm a man of the land.
Who do you know in the Thieves Guild?
I'm sure I've got names I can give him.
Kyle, your best buddy.
Yeah, but he probably wants like someone higher up. I don't think
Guards
Gar's not high up in the pecking order.
You don't know necessarily what Guard's been up to.
Okay, I'll give the name Guile. See what his reaction is.
Gar. Is that a halfling?
Yeah, it is
Sneaky.
indeed.
Sneaky bugger, round as a bag of gold.
That's him. That's him. Always scheming.
That sounds
Always thieving.
You know the guile? That's oof,
We go
That's
way
a-
back. Many jobs.
how far back? How many times has he got you in prison?
Probably 2 or 3 times. 2 or 3 times now. Yeah.
All right. You know guile. We'll see what we could do. So,
Okay.
what do you want to know?
I'd like to know if you have any information about the or like any blueprints of the what would they call it, the Church of Helm, or where their high priest sits. Looking if you have any information around.
OC,
Bane.
dude. Wrong church. Bane. We're investigating Bane.
Oh, it's Bane. Oh, I don't even know.
It's all right.
So
This is why this party's a disaster.
In a few weeks.
It's been
That's
a few
debatable.
weeks. To be fair.
To be
Yeah.
fair, yeah,
Okay.
it has been 3 weeks. We're investigating Bane, for God's sake.
it's the high priest of Bane.
Yeah, yeah. Because basically the idea is like we think they've got some sort of secret, incriminating evidence that they have on paper somewhere that they're only
Yeah.
kind of imparting
Yeah,
to. Like,
we reckon they've got their takeover the world via ascendancies plan written down somewhere. We want to see if we can figure out what.
Yeah. But then what we think is that the only time it's ever really like sees the light of day is when you transfer from the guy in charge to second in command because something's happened to the first one, which is what Plan B is, to instigate that. But the idea for Plan A is can we just get it anyway?
Can we just nick it out
Ideally,
the sleeve?
ideally sneakily. One way or another. That's basically what we're trying to do. So it's whatever gets us to that end goal.
Okay, I'll start off by asking the fairy if they've got any information about the layout of the high priest, where the high priest of Bane sits, and if they got any information of the building, or I'll start off with
So I imagine the High Priest of Bane sits wherever he wants to sit. His ass goes wherever it pleases, I guess. It's his city.
that. So you don't know where his quarters are, where he may store things.
What?
Everyone has a base of operations, right? You know, you have a bed that you sleep in at night. I'm sure this guy does.
Oh, I sleep wherever I want. But
Yeah.
what city do you think we're in, eh? What city are we in?
We're in Helm, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
yeah,
Do
yeah.
I look like we're fucking in Bane City? No. Fucking moron over here. Italian short spear looking like a fucking dickhead. Like, oh, not know what fucking city he's in. Oh,
I just thought this was the person to come to for business. I mean, I'm a man of the continent. Are you a person of the continent? Do you know other dealings of other cities, or not, or just Helm, or?
I know where I need to go. But, God. Here's my house of information here. What if you're a man of the continent? Why you just bloody go down there and find out yourself? Or are
Well,
you
I'm not just
why are
gonna
you
go
wanted
fighting them.
down there? Eh? Eh? Are they
Well-
looking? Are they looking for you out there? Eh?
There's always people looking for me. What can I say? I'm a popular man, but that's not the point. Do you have any of that information? I have plenty of gold.
Well, I might know a guy based in Bane City. Goes by the name of Gal Bonebelly, but he's a bit skittish from time to time. So I'll tell you what. For say 20 gold an hour, I can facilitate seamless communication between you and him.
Okay. What is this communication path? You charge me 20 gold an hour. Why are you charging me 20 gold an hour?
Because
What is
otherwise,
communication?
you gotta go all the way down to Bane City to deal with him.
So you've got a what are they call Ascending Stone.
Better than Ascendant Stone, mate. I'll tell you that now.
Okay. What's better than
Say
Ascending Stone?
seamless communication. 20 gold an hour.
Okay. Magical man.
It'll take me a couple of days, or a day at least, to acquire time of Gel, but I can facilitate if you got the cash.
Wait, sorry. You say it's going to take a couple days to facilitate the service, but seamless messaging.
Yeah. Once, Gail's a busy man.
Okay.
I'm a busy
you-
man. I can't
you know-
sit here and hold your hand the whole time, can I?
Yeah, but you know, if you could just send a message to this girl, asking that I want this information, if he knows yes or no, it's a couple messages. If he has the information, we don't need to waste the time. I can go see him.
You're willing to go all the way down to Bane City and talk to Gail personally.
Well, I mean the information is about Bane City. I'm gonna have to go there at some point. So
Well, pay me 20 gold an hour, and you don't need to go straight away, do you?
yeah. So when can when can you contact Gail, Bone Belly?
I can maybe get in by tomorrow.
Okay. So
Or
if I give
you happy to start walking?
Okay, if you can get him by tomorrow morning, I'll give you 100 gold for the message, and we'll see what he replies with.
I'll get you 5 hours. Sure thing.
Good gold will
I'll-
get you over the day. 25 hours. Same.
So are you charging me even though we might be waiting for a message from Gail?
Telling you.
I don't get your business model here, pal. It should be like you should be charging someone for a message, right?
I don't need a
Anyway, we
message.
can haggle this down.
You said 100 gold. I'm telling 20 gold for an hour, and maybe I can get him tomorrow if you're lucky. Depends how busy Gail is on the other side.
Yeah, but I feel like he's just gonna scam me.
Then we kill him.
Hmm. Okay, if I pay you for
Not very
the
champion of
whole of
justice
tomorrow,
of you.
This isn't Turi talking, this is Arthur.
if I pay you for all of tomorrow,
Yes, sir.
and I'll give you the message to sell to Gail, get him as soon as you can. I come back in tomorrow evening. Obviously, if he's got a message back.
What are you saying? I'm telling you, I could maybe get Gail on the blower by tomorrow morning. You pay me 20 gold for a talk to Gail for an hour. After that, that's it. You don't have to go
Okay.
anywhere. You don't have to see anything. You get to talk to him for an hour for 20 gold. That's it.
How do I know when you have Gail?
Come back
You gonna tell
tomorrow.
me? Okay.
And
what
maybe,
time?
if you're lucky, you said tomorrow morning, come
Yeah.
back tomorrow morning. If you're lucky, I'll have Gail on the blower and you can talk to him. Otherwise, you won't. And you have to
Okay.
come back another time.
Okay.
Can't get over calling it a blower, please.
This guy. Okay. I'll be back here tomorrow morning. I will contact Gail. Better hope he picks up.
I can only do my best.
You haven't got any backups in case this only guy.
Well, that's as a woman in the port of Eldaf, but that's a bit not quite close enough, is it?
I have no idea what that is.
It's the next
Quite
city
far
down.
off. Okay. No. Okay. We'll go with Gail. I'll see you tomorrow morning, bright and early.
See you then.
Okay.
Cool.
Maybe some progress there.
Cannot handle the idea of a D&D blower, which I'm assuming is some kind of... Oh, I don't even know, but still, just referring to it as a blower.
Do you like that?
Oh, that tickled me far too much.
So Thoradin, you can for you to stay in the Broken Mangonel for longer, or is there anywhere you wanted to go next?
Not for me. He doesn't want to do any shopping. He'll probably try and meet up back with the crew, but he'll go to the meeting spot and wait, I guess.
Cool. Happy to wait for the rest of the crew to turn up at the Prancing House.
Me and Talari are getting tapas.
Hey, can I get a drink where I'm staying?
The
Might
Broken
be one
Mangonel,
or-
yeah. You
Okay,
can-
okay. Cool.
To be fair, you can with the way the inn is situated, you could probably open the back door or the front door like every hour or so to see if there's anyone else waiting there. So you've got like plenty of time. You can just have another pint, check, go back, have another pint, check.
This can be quite a few pints, I think.
Outdoor seating. That would be the best scenario, wouldn't it?
Yes. Yes, outdoor seating. Do we have outdoor seating? A balcony at this tapas? No?
No,
Well,
I'm talking
it
about for
is-
Thoradin, like because Thoradin's
yeah.
in the location. We're not we're on the wrong side of town.
No, I know. I'm just, you know,
Well,
it's,
yeah.
It is the luscious maid, so they
Yeah,
have the
a nice like
the
balcony.
likely is.
I like it.
It's a bit chill in the air, though. To be fair, to be outside for a long time. However, they do offer blankets if you're so choosing.
Man,
You won't
would.
catch Thorin in a blanket. He's a hairy bastard.
doesn't
He'll
need
be
one.
alright.
He's got a built-in one. He's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Built-in rug.
Yeah.
Cool. So while the rest of you enjoy your indoor drinks and beverages and food, we will go back to Nadia, Krusk, Ulva, and City, where Nadia's just done Divine Sense. And
Truth.
what you detect with your Divine Sense in this moment, right now, is pretty much quite calm. There's quite a nice scent a relatively nice scent coming from Krusk that smells of good, like Krusk, and there's a
Back
scent
that
smell of
echo.
there's like a smell of innocence, almost of like from Ulva, where like and a vague sense of like freshly cut grass, like nice sense where you can imagine it's nice because Ulva is nice to you, but if you were on the wrong side of Ulva, it probably won't smell very nice. But because Ulva is your effectively animal companion, that's in that case. Sooty vaguely smells of sulfur, of slight bad. It's like how Krusk has an after effect of good and a lingering sense smell of good. Sooty has almost the opposite, where for the most part, right now, Sooty is quite
Just a
indifferent.
normal cat.
Smells fairly relatively indifferent, but there's like very faint hints of someone or something has there's some vaguely evil remnants smell going off on Sooty.
Coincidence.
And you do notice, like, it's probably one of the few times that you've paid detailed attention to Sooty, and at times you've seen Sooty with green eyes. This time, Sooty just has black eyes, just normal, like relatively normal, like black yellowish eyes. But sometimes Sooty has had full-on, proper green eyes, and this is not one of those moments.
Stares at the cat.
So Nadia, what did you want to talk to me about? Why are we out here?
1 second. I'm just gonna how City sits on Crush's shoulder and stuff. Doesn't they?
They can do this at times.
Yeah, it's gonna basically are they a picking up cat? Because if they are, Nadia's gonna pick them up and dangle them there, inspecting them.
Didn't we say he has a pouch in his armor for Sooty specifically to reside in?
Oh yeah.
Like
Kangaroo.
did.
something. I
We thought that there was a risk for that.
Oh, was
Yeah,
there?
I think we- I
I
think-
think
I
I
think-
decided against it.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, I think he
It's
decided
mainly like
against
in
it
his hood.
because he could still
Right.
get hit.
Right,
Yeah, that
right,
was a
right.
risk.
I remember having the
If I'm-
conversation, but I don't. Remember,
If
yeah.
I'm just picking up City, I'm just gonna be a bit like, what are you doing? Are you trying to make friends with City? Because if you just wanted an introduction, that's fine. I can do that.
No, I already had an introduction to City. Yeah, Nadia's like on this cat, like
Do I get the
posting
fe-
pictures of evil cats.
Does she look like hostile towards City?
She's just like,
Just like intensely staring.
yeah, like basically taking in every detail. You say he didn't currently like seem particularly evil, just like the after effect of evil, and he currently has yellow eyes and sometimes he has green eyes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Basically, having now noticed the difference, she's checking what he currently looks like so that she can keep watching him for differences, basically. And is then going to put him back.
Gonna kind of be like, is that what you wanted to talk to me about?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I'm just currently paranoid that we're being spied on, and I'm checking it's not your cat. I don't think
Why-
it's your cat
You don't think it's City?
at the moment.
Okay.
It's possibly your cat sometimes.
Why do you suspect City at all?
That's what I want to talk to you about. And keeping half an eye on the cat in case it suddenly eyes change colour or it does something weird.
I'm actually gonna like kind of sidle in front of like City and kind of shield him from like Nadia because I don't like how she's like eyeballing him.
Yeah, you could probably poke Sooty into your hood further.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like tuck him away and be like, "You think City's spying on us?"
Possibly being used by somebody else to spy on us.
I'm not sure about that. I don't think he would do that to us.
How would you know?
How would he know?
How would you know?
How would I know if City's spying on us? Because we talk, and he would have told me if he was doing anything like that.
How would you know if somebody else was using City's eyes to spy on you and it wasn't
No.
City at all?
Nobody would do that. Not City.
City's not some kind of sacred object, you know.
No, he's my cat. What's your reason for suspecting him?
Right, gives the cat another look to see
Ah,
if it's
No,
doing
I'm gonna
anything.
I'm gonna like shield him. I don't like this. This is getting weird.
Right. Okay. Krusk. How did you know you were a paladin?
How did I know? I swore an oath to Tyr when I came of age.
What, and that was it?
Was that it, Matt? Did I have to do anything else?
It's up to you how you feel that you became a paladin. To be
Okay.
fair.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there was like a ceremony, I was like anointed and stuff, but I mean, I think my father said that, that wasn't strictly necessary. That was just something, they like to do. But
Right.
yeah, essentially it was once I swore the oath to Tyr.
Okay. Why did you swear the oath? If that wasn't necessary, what was necessary?
No, the oath, well, the way it was explained to me is the oath was necessary, but the
But the
rest of the
ceremony wasn't. Right,
Yeah,
okay. Still, how did you know? You didn't just swear an oath because you thought it sounded like a good idea, I'm assuming.
No, I believed in Tyr and his principles, so I wanted to follow them and spread them throughout the land. So that's why I swore an oath to him. Obviously, things have changed now, but yeah, at the time, I was a big believer
You
in
could
Tyr.
have just been a priest.
Well, I wanted to go about the land, as a warrior, spreading the word of Tyr. I didn't want to be like a clerical kind. I don't think it would suit me.
You might be right.
I mean, it's like you said. Like, yeah, I could have been a priest. I could have been a cleric. I could have been any number of things. But to me, the path of the paladin was what spoke to me as the best way to honor Tyr and to kind of carry out his ideals.
Right. But how did you know?
That I wanted to be a paladin.
Yes.
I don't know. It's an interesting question. I think I just thought to myself, whenever I pictured myself following Tyr's ideals of justice, it wasn't from the inside of a church. It was out there on the front line with my sword in hand. It wasn't like a moment where I just woke up and thought that. I think that's just who I am. Is it still about city, or is this about something else?
The paladins can do certain things, right? You make a,
That's right.
you make an oath, and if you mean it enough, you get power, like from the god or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yes, that's right. I mean, it took some time, but as time passed, I became more and more aware of kind of my yeah. Yeah, as time passed and I kind of strengthened my bond with Tyr more and more, and I kind of acted more and more in his name, I eventually became. It's difficult to explain. It was like if you've closed your eyes your whole life and suddenly one day you open them and you kind of realize that there's this whole other world there. I kind of could feel that power within me, and I could sense things about other people. I could channel Tyr's I don't know what you'd call it, like his wrath or his righteous anger into divine smites. I could heal people if I really wanted to enough. So yeah, just all these things kind of unfolded before
You
me.
could sense things about people.
Yes, yeah, I could kind of tell, what their disposition was. It kind of helped me tell if people were, kind of good or like more evil, that
And
sort of
you'd
thing.
know if you met, say, a god, or somebody had been being used as a vessel for a demon.
Interesting question. Yeah, I'd never met one,
Mm.
but I think I would have been able to tell.
So you know when we were up in the temple,
Yeah.
sat right next to an incarnation of a god,
Yeah. Hmm.
and I suddenly went
Yeah, I remember.
blinding light.
Mm.
Like, how do I describe this? Yeah, blinding light, glory, maybe. Something like temple bells, perhaps? And I asked Sylvanas, and it has nothing to do with him.
Okay.
So that's not him helping me out, which I thought it might be, because we were talking about the fact that people were spying on us and how maybe I would be able to figure out who it was, because I'm pretty certain Sylvanas uses the animals to keep an eye on us. So somebody else might be using the animals to keep an eye on us too.
We should check over on the horse, probably.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm asking about the cat. Whatever this new thing is, there's something wrong with City.
Okay, and you're saying that
And I'm
you've also
starting to
got
worry that I've turned myself into a paladin.
this. Did you swear an oath to somebody?
Not really?
Okay. Um, but you can tell things about people now, like I could before.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's like you could before, but I can.
I don't understand because, I mean, to me, I made that oath with Tyr, but it sounds like this kind of happened by accident to you.
Yes. Well, I made a declaration. I have the paint
Okay.
because of all that demon bullshit, and I was like, I'm not having this shit. And this is a symbol of the fact that I'm not having this shit. She's waving. This is the arm. Her right
yeah.
arm is the arm that's painted.
Yeah.
She's
What
sort of
was-
waving it around to make the point.
What was
Yeah.
your declaration exactly?
Oh, I can't remember. I can't remember what I said.
That's not very paladin-like.
I know. I'm not very paladin-like. Okay. It was basically along the lines of, I'm not having this bunch of bastards coming around causing chaos to innocents on the material plane. They can stay, if they want to murder people, they can stay at home and murder each other.
Okay. And
I'm not having any of this shit.
and obviously this is something you feel like quite deeply, like quite passionately about.
I still am absolutely fucking furious.
That could be it then, I guess, because being a paladin is really just about, it's about like passion. It's about feeling something so deeply that you almost make a pact with that thing or that concept. So I didn't realize you felt so passionately about it, but I think your emotions have maybe led to you forming this oath, whether you meant to or not.
No. No. This is I can't be a paladin.
Why not?
Krusk.
Why not?
Just no.
I mean, a paladin is, it's different for everyone. It really is just comes from committing yourself to an ideal. So you're still you. It's just your ideal is now reflected in who you are, even more than it was before. This doesn't change anything about you, though.
Responsible enough to be something like this.
Well, being a paladin, it's not about responsibility. Like I said, it's about passion. It's about commitment to something you believe in. Which isn't a bad thing. To believe in something strongly.
Believe it. Well, does it
Well,
count? Of like, I want you all to fuck off and stop causing trouble, or something to believe in?
I mean, I guess it must. Yeah. I mean,
You
in a
can't
way,
just say it must. Either is or isn't.
well, you're telling me, you're standing here telling me that you can do the stuff. It must do, and in a way,
Oh.
I'm kind of jealous because I don't have that certainty in one thing anymore. Ever since I lost it with Tyr.
I do not have any certainty.
I think you do.
No, I don't.
I think your paladin himself is telling you that you have.
Oh, I can't do big important things like this.
I'm gonna clap her on the back. This is great news, Nadia. This is what the JC is all about. It's about self-discovery. It's about commitment to higher ideals. I'm proud of you.
Have a higher ideal. I just want to go home.
We should tell everyone.
Oh.
We should throw a party. A paladin party.
No.
Don't worry, Nadia. I've got you covered.
No.
I understand now. The city thing was
no.
just a ruse to get me out here. It's cool. Let's get back.
No, it was
I'll
so
throw
I
you a
told
party.
you without 20 people overhearing and also tell you that your cat might be evil.
I'm just gonna wave it off. Okay. Tell you what, Nadia, we'll do the party first, and then we'll come back to the city thing.
Can I at least keep an eye? I won't attack him. Can I at least keep an eye on him?
Okay, let's say I believe you.
Right.
Hypothetically.
Yeah.
Let's say we find out that city, against his will,
Yeah.
somebody is doing, something to him. In the unlikely event that is true,
Yeah.
what do you want us to do about it?
I don't fucking know. This is why I'm not going to be a paladin, because I haven't got a clue what to do about anything. But if your cat is being possessed, we can probably find some way of unpossessing them.
Can I talk to City Matt? I was gonna have a real heart to heart. I'm gonna put him down and get
Does he actually
low-
talk? Does he actually talk words to you?
yeah. Nice.
Krusk, that's not a normal cat thing.
I mean, we can understand each other. We don't need words. All right, just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. All right, I'm gonna get eye level with City. So I'm gonna be like,
Nadia
Are you,
giving
are you
City a
holding City up, or are you putting City down and you're
suspicious
going?
look over
I think I'll put him down and then lie down as well, so I can look him in the eyes.
Sure.
And I'll be like,
Laying face down, face to face.
yeah, and I'll be like,
Nadia's there like.
I'll be like, City, it's just me. We've been through a lot together, City. You're my favorite. You're my favorite person in the JC. You gotta just tell me straight, City. Is there anything bothering you? Is there anything you want to tell me? It's just between us. You can trust me, man. You can tell me.
Then you just start licking the leg with indifference.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, that's a relief, City. Thank you. I'm gonna pick him up and put him back. He said he's fine.
Nadia's giving this cat the most sketchiest look over Krusk's shoulder.
And Sooty is like almost just like matching, like for as long as you're making eye contact with Sooty, Sooty's making eye contact back, and Sooty doesn't blink at all.
What colour is his eyes at the moment?
It's still like the yellowish black.
Trying to work out if yellow is normal or green is normal.
Which one is the spy killer? I mean,
To be fair, staring at you is a very cat thing. They only blink if they feel
Does-
safe, and given the way Nadia's glaring at it, it probably doesn't feel safe.
Does Krusk remember the eye color from the start? Because he is quite obsessed with City. Would I remember what color he was when I got him?
He was this color from when you
Okay.
if you're paying attention.
Yeah.
Then
Cross pays an
this
unhealthy
is-
amount of attention to that cat.
like this this is City, like it's, as you got City.
Okay.
Um,
So,
Every now and again, you felt that City's perhaps been a bit odd. Like with Nadia discussing this with you, like you hark yourself back to really force your mind to it, and every now and again, you do recognize that City was sometimes perhaps a bit odd, a bit too uncat-like. Like the maze, for example, is a great example of City was too perfect in the moment to be actually a cat. And then there's been some times where perhaps City hasn't always been City, but it's like maybe for fleeting moments, or maybe you've only been like you've looked at City and it's like for the last like snapshot, and City's gone back to being City.
yeah.
Wouldn't
Can
Krusk
I-
have noticed like the eye color change as well? Like, I mean, if you're
think
putting like an
so.
unhealthy relationship with this cat, like, surely he would have noticed like green eyes every now and again. Not that he's not necessarily
Not
thought of anything
always.
of it, but probably just.
This is what I'm saying. Like every now and again, like oddly, it's not City, and it is
Well,
like
that's not
like
really
they're gonna
something you
go.
suspect your cat of, unless there's a good reason.
Yeah. Can I?
It's like something you can shrug off. You've been able to like shrug off, like it's weird, but I mean, it's City's
He is,
experienced
after
cat. It's
all,
like
an
He is
experienced
experienced cat. Yeah.
exactly.
Can I point at City like stealthily, and I'm just gonna cast message at him. I'll just be like, "Hello." Does anything happen?
Nothing. I don't think City is capable of responding.
Okay. Well, there just might be like another voice being like, "Yes, I'm here."
It was I all along.
Intellectual voice.
Could you imagine? That's how you found out. It's just a
Or
response.
there's just
So-
Bane in the back of his
What-
head, like,
yeah.
fuck, rumbles.
What you need is like speak with animals. That's what you're basically.
Yeah.
What you need.
I,
Yeah,
can,
the-
I mean, Krusk basically thinks he can talk to City. so I don't
The
think he
response
can't.
with message as well is a whisper back, so they
Yeah,
have
so,
to
you know,
verbally be
Yeah,
able
it's
to.
not. You're not going into their mind. Like it's
Mental.
still verbal.
Yeah, you're like, it's almost like you've got an earpiece. And you
Oh,
can, like,
okay,
whisper.
okay, fine.
So the best
So,
you're going to get back is meow.
I mean, I'm just gonna say to Nadia, like, look, I asked City directly, and he told me everything's cool. So I think we gotta take him at his word.
I'm not sharing a tent with you and a possessed cat, Krusk.
That's okay. We'll just stay in my room.
I'm sharing a house with you and a potentially possessed cat, Krusk.
I mean, we've got no evidence that he's possessed, other than you have a slight
Other than I
feeling.
have a weird feeling. Yeah,
A weird
okay.
feeling. It's not admissible in court.
You are champions of justice now.
That's true.
Yeah, you're a freaking champion of Bahamut, and you're not worried that your cat might be possessed by a demon.
Surely, okay. Surely Bahamut would have told us. This seems like right up his street. Surely he would know.
Freaking well ask him. Would you know if my cat was possessed? And Bahamut would be like, what cat? And that'll be your answer.
Okay, how about this idea? I will keep an eye on City, and if I also think something is weird, then we'll think about what to do next.
I'm not sharing a house with you and a potentially possessed cat,
Hey,
Krusk.
look, innocent until proven guilty. That's my ideal of justice. Okay, we haven't got any hard evidence. You know, we wouldn't kick Thoradin out the house just because we thought he might be. I mean, Thoradin actually did kill a lot of people with the tsunami. You know,
Was
he hasn't
evil,
killed
and I still
anyone.
haven't forgiven him for it.
Look, all I'm saying is Thoradin's literally like a mass murderer, and we let him stay.
Oh, wow. No,
Inferring
I
the
didn't do it by
good
hand.
I mean, Desi is like literally killed loads of people. You know.
That's true,
Yeah,
yeah. So,
yeah,
like, if they can stay in the house, then City,
Me?
who may or may not
Oh.
be slightly possessed, can stay in the house.
I am
He who may
holding
or
my
may not be
tongue.
reporting what we're planning to our enemies. Like, us planning this whole thing that relies on stealth of them not knowing what we're doing.
You know what? We'll keep City out of the planning.
You're not
No,
allowed to tell
how about
City anything about the plan.
Okay. I mostly won't tell him anything. Yeah.
No, nothing. Not mostly nothing. Nothing.
Close to nothing as possible. Got it.
Nothing. Just nothing, Krusk. Keep your damn shut for once in your life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you and your cat get me killed, I'm gonna fucking come back and haunt you. Actually, I won't have to come back and haunt you. My brother will blow you to bits.
Tell you what, we'll keep City out of the planning meetings from now on.
And you're not going to tell him about the plans afterwards.
Yeah. And
And I'm telling everybody
I'll
else
keep-
about this.
okay. And I'll keep an eye on him.
Yeah,
And when we
won't be
tell
the only
people,
one.
we've got to emphasize that it's just a weird feeling. You haven't got any hard evidence. But I promise, I will keep an eye on him. Okay. I take what you say. I'm a champion of justice. I will take this seriously. I'll keep a close eye on
Bloody
City.
better.
So Matt, I will keep an eye on him in case he does anything too uncat-like.
He's definitely not the only one who's going to be keeping an eye on him.
I mean,
I kind of don't like the idea of other people like watching him, so I'm gonna try and like keep City like sheltered.
thing is, like, Sooty's hearing is within earshot of all of this, though. I mean, granted, it might not be like.
Transmitting.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
only thing.
absolutely.
Yeah.
This was why she checked at the beginning, because she wanted to know if she was being overheard.
That's only just at
Admittedly,
the beginning. I don't think.
Yeah, I know. It only works for 6 seconds, but it's the best I can do.
Oh yeah.
Also, maybe we can go. This is a freaking city full of people who worship a god of protection. There's got to be something in there for preventing your cat from getting possessed.
Allegedly possessed, but yeah, we can. have a look.
Allegedly, potentially possessed. Then.
It's a good point, actually. Yeah, I'm happy to have a look. Although I'm a little low on funds at the moment, so we might need.
Well,
we might-
we'll see how much it costs.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Go back into the city to look for an anti-cat possession magical item.
I mean, is there like a booth or like a market stall where they're kind of selling charms? So we might be able to ask them.
Well, it's okay. So it sounds similar to the amulet of proof against detection
Yeah, but
location.
It needs to be something that can be used by an
On a cat.
animal. Yeah, not
Yeah.
assumed to by a human.
That's fine. I mean, you managed to get the cloak for Ulva.
I
So-
did, yeah.
So
Ulva
it's
has
it's
her
more it's
snazzy little
more
cape.
it's more. So I think you'll be capable of getting an amulet of proof against detection and location that doesn't require attunement, that is like designed for like pets and stuff of traveling people. So the main question really will be what kind of cost does that come to for such a thing? Do I
And
have to?
Given the direct description of an amulet of proof against detection and thingy,
Mhm.
in your like canon, do they also protect against things like mind reading and that kind of bullshit? Because
It's
that's not, and the
Now-
rules as written, that's not one of their effects.
it. If it counts as divination magic, then yes, for me.
Okay, cool.
If
That's a big
Because-
if.
I think
Because-
Detect Forts is divination, so at least
Yeah.
that is. Yeah.
Yeah, there's because there's enchantment magic, which obviously is
Yeah.
that you're pushing
IC, I
pushing
know
your things on other
absolutely
people.
nothing about this, and OC, I know even less. So,
But the way I've always thought about it is that if it counts as divination magic, then and you're tuned to the amulet, then I've not counted it. You like the same with the detect thoughts that they were trying to do in Mission City.
yeah,
divination,
that's
that
what I
was,
just
like,
wanted
going
to
off your-
double check that we were sort of getting the right thing.
Yeah.
Because, like I say, rules as written, it isn't. Isn't
me, that counts.
technically counting. But if IC, we think this thing would protect the cat from being possessed.
or it's just the
Allegedly.
conclusion you come to when you talk to merchants and stuff. So
Yeah.
I mean, we can. It's worth if there's like a person selling this kind of stuff, it might
Probably
just be
worth
worth
a shot. How much would it
having a chat
cost,
with
Matt?
him.
To get one that doesn't require achievement,
It's gonna be pricey.
will probably cost around 2,500 gold.
Yeah, I don't have that much.
Nadia will absolutely buy City a smart new collar that prevents him from getting possessed for 2,500 gold.
So I have a lot of questions for the guy selling it. It's like, what exactly is this going to do to City? You know, I don't want him to be like uncomfortable or anything like that.
It's just a
Does
collar.
it have one of those safety clasps so that he can't like accidentally strap?
It is a pet's collar, and you put it around their neck, and they poof away the sensing magic.
Okay.
The things trying to locate or see this cat will not see this cat.
Okay. And
Things trying to see through this cat will not see through this cat. That's the important part. We think somebody's using the cat to spy on us.
alleged.
Yes, that's in the theory that is also correct. Yes, it depends on the source, but in certain theory that is the case. I would I would
Especially likely to get, isn't
I
it?
would stake my reputation on it.
I will
Have I heard-
remind you of that if I ever have cause to doubt whether I'm still being spied on by this cat.
I mean, I've not heard of this guy, so he's not staking a lot. Will the collar will it show us if allegedly someone tries to cast this kind of magic on City, or we won't know?
No, it just it deflects. It doesn't notify it. If you were to notify, you would need the connection, and that is potentially bad news. Yes,
Yeah.
you need the slippy, slidey, not the touchy feely.
Okay. Thank you. City, are you okay to wear this?
Well,
Okay.
Yeah.
You want a different
fairly
colour?
indifferent.
You good? Okay. Okay. Nadia, if you're happy to spend it, I have not much gold.
I will buy the cat a damn collar so that they are not being used to spy on us. And Nadia will absolutely buy the damn cat a damn magical collar. The animals in this fight have got nearly as many magic items as the flipping people. And we can put City in airplane mode. Thank you, Sonny.
Yeah, it's a great analogy.
That is a good analogy. Yeah,
We
nice.
can put the cat in airplane mode. He's no longer taking Bane's call. I'm still keeping an eye on him.
Oh, yeah, fair.
Cat
I mean,
away.
everything is being in theory, you know. You don't know
Well,
how
we
they
can try.
you don't know how they're communicating with. There could be something implanted in him that just gives a backdoor. You know, you don't know. You
Cat
don't
with
know.
a microchip.
Hey man,
Oh, it might not be divination magic.
we were also
Yeah.
assuming this is the same Sooty that you bought. Yeah, we had a
Nah,
whole scenario in hell where we lost sight of City for an extended
no.
period of time.
I looked him in the eye.
Of course you did, because you know replicating is not a thing.
To Krusk, this is the same city.
Hey,
Too Krusk.
Too
Too
Krusk.
Krusk.
Krusk didn't
I mean,
know
it's-
that this was potentially an evil Sooty until right now. So, you know.
That's details, mate. That's details.
His perfect darling City would never do anything so nefarious, as he has just stated.
Yeah.
Yes. Look, all the City has done is help us. I think we can put the collar on him, but I'm sure it's fine. Maybe we can start telling him plans again now. He's got the collar.
No!
Oh my god.
So, what do you guys want to do after your?
Go and meet
necklace?
everybody else because
Okay.
Nadia was sick of Krusk.
Okay, you go back up. Thoradin, you manage. So while you've been sipping your pints, Thoradin, there's been some minor chit chat around the inn, mainly around some of which pertains to the Justice Collective. There's been some jokes bandied about the Justice Collective of how they're actually all not that great, and they're actually quite often late for orders they've done. In fact, they were so late one time that they turned up 3 months late for a delivery that they're supposed to give, and they're actually not reliable, and they were like 4 days late to deliver people out of some mists. Like could be that hard, and it's sending some disparaging notes to this collective. And there's some people have been trying to defend them, saying, "Oh yeah, but guess what? They fought these dragons," or "Oh yeah, they got tricked into being in there." And it's like, "Oh wait, they're so great they got tricked into amazed." Like, that's exactly the people you need, right? And so that's the general like some of the chit chat you hear about you guys and the Justice Collective. Some of it is like, do you mean Thoradin and it's Justice Collective? And some of it is like just the JC, and some of it's like not just
throw it in
Justice
my
Collective.
cheer. You might like cheer in the background.
Yeah,
If someone defends us, you're like, woo.
yeah, you can bandy them about either way. There's and some of the people are from the different realms. So you've got some people from the Nine Hells, people from the Feywilds, like discussing and different aspects of disparaging and encouraging, and it's like, yeah, they tricked this pit fiend once, and he got his head cut off for the blessing, and a few other bits and
Find
pieces.
out about that.
Yeah, news travels fast.
Travels around. But so rumors, because this is the hub of information of the realms. If it gets spread in the Nine Hells, it'll spread to here as well.
Actually, that's a good point. Actually, if somebody in the house was like, "Who the fuck would have known that?" No, demons mightn't have known. Yeah.
So yeah, there's no mention of Bane when talking about the demons. By the way, if you're curious, it's more just around like defeating and killing, and sometimes getting the one up over of the JC, or JC aren't all that good. For what you hear, and then you do see Nadia and Krusk coming to the stable. For Talari and Deszeldmiir, you have had a lovely afternoon, having your tapas, enjoying the different flavors on offer, experimenting a bit here and there, making sure that that could be a really good flavor for somebody, and just taking a note and asking around what kind of ingredients and things been put in. But yeah, it's been an absolutely lovely time. Pretty chill, nice relaxation. Not so much rumors banding around in this place. Just walls banging around every now and again.
Probably would have been ignoring them anyway, focusing solely on these, like the food.
Purely taste, texture. Oh yeah, no, Krusk would love this. I think Krusk would really like this one. This is something we should definitely note down.
Yeah. A lot of that, yeah.
But this has been great. This has been really lovely. I feel like we've spent probably too much time here, but I'm going to be honest, Talari. It's been nice just to sit back, taste some food, hang with the girls. You know what I mean?
100%. I mean, it can't be too bad. We haven't got anyone shouting down the streets for us, so
It's true.
no one. Nothing's on fire. There's
Also
no
true.
explosions.
No smoke. I see no smoke.
Exactly. So we're okay. I think we're okay.
Oh, it's nice. It's nice. We should definitely do this like once every few weeks. Just a little break, little chit chat, little food tastings. Definitely.
Oh yes, definitely. It's definitely a more relaxing atmosphere.
Yeah.
No word of the present whatsoever. Just not even acknowledging
Nothing
it.
at all.
Nothing.
So it does get to a bit of time, and it's like
Actually, sorry.
get a bit darker.
Obviously, like she's never mentioned anything, but you do feel like Talari is a little bit warmer with you than she was before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So she's like,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Friendly chit chat, probably like actually friendly chit chat.
Yeah.
Starts to get noticeably a bit darker. Like they've had to light the lamps.
Shit, we should
in
really
the,
go. We should really go.
Ah, yes. As the night rolls on, Thoradin is more likely to get into a fight.
Yeah, he's probably like taking a drink, checking out to see if he needs to go to the waiting point, then getting another drink. Like he could have had a good
That's a very
20 so
Very
drinks
drunk
by now.
Thoradin.
So
yeah, that's a very far Thoradin thing for him to do. Yes. Who know? I mean, who knows what Krusk has purchased? You know.
I can't even imagine. Probably something pretty for city or something
Possibly, yeah.
stupid like cape, mini cape. I imagine it'll be
Oh
a
my
mini
god,
cape.
that's
I
such
can
a good
imagine
idea.
even getting like little boots, so he doesn't get
Oh
his
yeah,
paws
boots,
dirty.
like tiny boots. Yeah, no, that's totally a cross thing to do. Yeah.
But yes, we
So-
should probably make our way back.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. So you eventually make your way back, and for all of you coming back to the
How long have we been waiting at this point?
probably overall, it's probably only been maybe an hour and a half in
Oh.
time since like you guys have, because like you've been out of the city, you've been shopping twice, going around.
Yeah, true.
It's been so it's only about an hour and a half. You've been able to pay for the horse, which is about 10 gold to have the horse for that long. Which
Well, we're not
you paid a
going.
deposit for.
I did. We're not going anywhere yet, so
They have to pay the That's
yeah,
fine.
she doesn't want to pay the shot yet, as it were.
That's fine. You can
Just
check
in
up on the
case.
horse. Horse is
Yes.
fine. Welfare's healthy. They've been exercised about once a
Excellent.
day.
Nadia is checking up on the horse to contain her rising impatience.
Yeah, the horse is as happy and um thriving as you expect the horse to be in this kind of establishment. Still, probably has a bit more energy than you would have normally had the horse be at this stage in the day.
Yeah,
But
because it's
that's
actually had like a holiday.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, the horse is definitely happy and content where it is currently. And then the rest of the group turn up. They're all there. You're all together.
Guys, we should really go get some tapas at some point. Me and Talari have just been. It's out of this world. Some seriously amazing flavors.
Do you think they
Good stuff.
cater for parties? Because we have a party.
I'm
coming up.
pretty sure they would. Like, surely they would. That makes so much sense.
You just order more tapas.
Yeah, you just
Potentially.
buy more. It's great. Literally, you say to them, "Oh, could I try
Have
a
you,
little
have
bit of
you
that?"
been
It's
at the
all like
wine
tiny
again?
little-
No, you're
No,
not
no,
true
no, no, no,
anymore.
no.
Deszeldmiir.
Thank you, thank you.
Sorry.
No, I
Nadia
haven't been drinking at all. It's been lovely. We just had a really nice time, and I was trying to focus on what you were saying, Nadia, about like little herb things and spices, changing flavors, and we were just trying a load of things out.
I mean,
Yeah,
I had
fair
wine.
enough.
If that's I don't know if that's an issue, but
Nadia,
Fair
this
enough.
has to be a sign. You know, we decide to throw you a party.
Don't you
and then
decide
We're
this
to
guy's
throw
throwing
trying
me
to-
Nadia on a
party?
party. Is
Very
it your
well.
birthday?
Oh.
No, it is
Nadia
not my birthday.
has ascended. She is achieved
Can we
something
not
amazing.
discuss my affairs in the middle of the street?
Okay.
Especially in the
Right,
middle of
right,
this
right.
street. We've
Right,
been
where
over this once today.
No, that's fair. Where can we go where we can find a door that's kind of protected-ish? We should probably pay for like
Actually,
one
Matt, does
room
it
at an
actually
inn.
leave a door?
No, we
It
can just do it
doesn't.
in thin air.
You
I
could
think.
just do it
You're-
in thin air.
Yeah, you all join hands, as long as you're all connected.
Oh,
Should we
great.
get-
Well, the
should we stay in our
stables
house?
works, right?
Yep.
because I think it's more like where your entry and exit. I mean, you don't want an entry and exit point in like town center because you're just
Yeah,
gonna
where
like
someone's gonna walk
Yeah,
into
yeah,
you.
yeah. So just yeah.
No, could we do it inside the stables, or would we want to go just outside the city
I
walls?
would want to do it in the stables, just in
probably-
case you
they'll probably
exit on top of a horse.
I mean, they'll probably charge us for that somehow.
Good
yeah,
point.
outside the city walls works. We can just go back there.
Just outside, off center from the gate, so you know.
Yep.
Makes sense, yeah.
You go back to your magical house or magical interplane house.
Magical
Okay, we're in
interplane
the
house
house.
where we're far less likely to be spied on.
So about that party, yeah. So Nadia has achieved something wonderful.
I see. And
Nadia
that-
does not look like she has achieved something wonderful. Nadia looks put upon.
And
She has become at least partly a paladin.
Krusk?
Oh.
Oh, what?
how?
I know. Do you want
What with
Apparently.
what of Sylvanas?
Nadia is so. I don't know who it's to actually. But I think Nadia is so passionate about killing demons.
Pissy. Pissy.
Passionate that her emotions have literally forged an oath with the idea of demon killing, and she's now a paladin.
I feel like you're not particularly happy about
Are
this,
you-
though. Krusk, you seem overly happy about this.
I was saying something. This shows commitment. It shows passion. It shows
Is this
emotion, energy.
Is this a similar thing to me, myself, and Krusk, where it's like a replacement, or is this an addition?
I think it's an addition, by the looks of it.
A replacement for what?
Your old abilities.
I
Like, for
feel-
example,
I-
myself, and Krusk can't do our old
Yeah,
abilities.
Croc's not a paladin anymore. He's a
Correct.
whatever
yes.
he is.
I
You
just
still
do
get-
All
magic
this
now.
rubbing her face is probably smeared like red,
Oh,
like
yeah.
red paint all
You still
across.
get angry and shit, right? Like, you still...
Get in the zone, as it were.
Yes,
zone.
let's call it...
Am
get
I?
it
If
in
you
the
if you're
zone.
politely trying to ask if I'm still possessed, I think the answer is yes.
Yeah, good. Okay, great. Yeah.
So it's an addition.
So...
I mean, is it something you normally have a party for? I don't really deal with a lot of paladins.
Congratulations.
According to Krusk, it's something you have to have a party for.
Krusk,
we
did
should have
you
a
have a
party
party when you became a
Well,
paladin?
I mean,
We
I
had a
didn't,
ceremony and
I
a
had a
devotion
ceremony.
to Tyr.
but that was more of like a formal. You know, it was a bit stuffy. But, you know, this is fun. We can have a party for this. You can bring the tapas. I'll summon.
Oh, did we come into the place thinking about tapas? Is
Most
the kitchen
likely,
filled with tapas stuff?
I can imagine we're like so focusing on tapas.
Yeah, 100%.
The kitchen's just full of these little dishes.
Yeah.
There we go. I can summon Tamarand.
This has servants as well, doesn't it? Like unseen servants,
Does
right?
it?
Does,
I think.
Does it?
I thought no, or am I mixing that up with
No,
something
I've
else?
never said
I
it.
thought it did as well.
So
I'm assuming-
that's the Mordenkainen's mansion.
Oh yeah, that's
Has
a
unseen
magical
servants.
mansion
This
of
is just an
magical
interplanar
nymphs.
house.
Is
You
it
have
just
to buy
okay? So this is like a
servants.
this is not the spell. It's like it's
Yeah.
got its own thing, right? Fair
It's
enough.
own
Yeah,
thing.
it's not the mansion spell. It's actually
Fine.
a demi-plane.
Fine.
Oh, speaking of this time, when we went in, there is now a sparring plot outside of the
Yes.
house, which you
Okay.
see Aloysius's face. You see a very large-looking pit fiend, like further back.
Cherry,
And you also see, oh god, what's the guy? Matthias, the Death Cult leader, is also
Oh,
just
yeah.
off to the side.
Cherry, do you have to fill the flipping garden with creepy mannequins?
Look, if I'm going to punch things, I want them to be things I really get annoyed at.
Do you think Aloysius is still annoyed with me, or do you think he's kind
Oh,
of like
fuck
water under the
yes,
bridge?
yes. If he's not still annoyed at you, I'm still annoyed at him, so don't worry, it balances out.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, but that means I have to sleep with like a flipping effigy of a pit fiend outside the window.
Don't worry, it's not going to be there by the time we're going to sleep.
You have learnt many a thing this day for you all. Next time on the Ascendant Lands,
Mhm.
what will come of your learning? What more information can you seek? And what will a Gale Bonebelly have of information for you in Bane City? Who knows? Until next time on the Ascendant Lands.
Very nice.